Hello, welcome everyone to episode 11 of Rollin Heavy. I am your host, Big D, uh, with the returning notorious BOF. We missed you last week. How are you doing, buddy?
Doing well. Missed you all. I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, glad to have you back. What have you been up to?
So let's see. So last week, flew out to the Lone Star State, Texas. Have some friends that live out there. So, long story short, kind of high level. So my friends and I, the ones that I flew out to see, we started playing Texas Hold'em. I want to say, gosh, maybe 17 years ago, and then we would play Texas Hold'em every weekend. A group of about 10 or 12 of us. And
At
then
one point you built a pretty awesome table that ended up in my basement for a really long time.
I did. At one point in time, I took a weekend. I built a big um, wooden table with some really nice felt on there. A racetrack and some nice leather kind of rail, and it was nice. The only thing I didn't put in there was cup holders, which looking back, I wish I did. And if I build one in the future, I definitely will. But yeah, it was a nice table. It was a heavy. I bet you that
Yes,
table weighed about
yeah.
100. I bet that table weighed 150 or 200. That was a giant, heavy table.
Man, as much as I moved
Um,
that thing around, or we moved that thing around, yeah.
well, I did not think it through. Like the plan of that table was because I just had um, like picnic table legs on it, right?
Right.
So there's
Yeah.
this big, gorgeous tabletop with rinky-dink foldable picnic table legs on there because my plan was to make it m- mobile, right? Like
Yeah.
move it from
Yeah.
place to place because we were having poker all the time. So it's like, oh, we're gonna play it at this person's house. Oh, I'll just bring the table. Oh, we're gonna have it at this person's house. Oh, we'll just bring it over. I didn't think things through. I used way the wood that I used was way thicker than it needed to be, so it just got way too heavy. So I mean, I planted it in my basement for a while, and then it it's um, worn out it wore out its welcome there. Moved it to your basement for a while, and then it sat in my garage for probably 2 years until I finally sold it for. I want to say, I think I sold it for about $250. Probably maybe 10 years after I bought the built the thing,
That's
which is great
not bad. Yeah.
because I think it probably cost me maybe $250 to build it. So it was a win-win for me.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh, so anyway, so I flew out. So needless to say, so we had been playing poker for every weekend for about 2 years. And then we ended up playing the game around Thanksgiving or just the part of December. And I'm like, hey, you know what would be fun if we do a Christmas game? And instead of doing a buy-in with money, why don't we bring a present? How about we do a $20 gift? First person that goes out picks a gift. And then the next person goes out, he can either steal that gift or open a gift. It's so everybody gets a present. Let's just do that.
Yeah, it's like
So
a
that
white
game started.
elephant with poker.
White elephant with poker. Um, so 15 years later, I flew out to Texas last weekend to continue the tradition of this annual poker game. So, um, so yeah. So my gift to one of the lucky one of the lucky players was my lovely face of a lovely picture of me of what we use here for the rolling heavy station is me and Mikey with a big thumbs up, that blown up on a giant T-shirt and a pair of socks, and so that was my present to whoever lost this year, and so they got that, and it might have been someone I knew. I mean, I of the original group, only three of us are playing anymore. Um, so the remaining people are people that my two friends have kind of met while they're in Texas and stuff like that. All good people. But someone that took the gift. my president, or who got the T-shirt of old Notorious BOF. Someone I never met before. His name's Tony. Tony, for listening. He sounded pretty. He was pretty interested in listening to the podcast. So
All
Tony,
right.
if you're listening out there, if you're out there in good old Texas, and throw on the shirt, dude. Throw on the shirt and listen to the channel. Um, but yeah, so he got it, and so it was just fun. It was just a good time. Talked a little bit of jiu-jitsu with people out there. Saw a couple of the gyms while we were out there. No, I didn't participate. Just kind of drove past them. There's a Gracie Barra that was pretty close, and then there was another one called like Truth, or Triumph Jiu-Jitsu, which was pretty close to where we
Okay.
were staying in Round Rock. So I'm like, hey man, there's Jiu-Jitsu right there. Like maybe I can go get a roll in or something. But no. Um, but yeah, so kind of that. So flew out last Friday. Um, got delayed for a couple hours due to the snow here, and then flew back bright and early Saturday morning or Sunday morning. So
Yeah, that's
between Saturday, between Friday, between Saturday and Sunday, by the time I went to bed on Sunday, I'd been up for about 36 hours. So that was a long. It was a very
yeah.
fun,
Oof.
exhausting trip.
Oof.
So yeah.
And then you
So
got back and we rolled on Monday.
and we rolled on Monday, man. I needed to hit the mat. I don't care. I don't care if I'd been awake for 48 hours. I was hitting the mat. Not I was hitting the mat.
You you're going
I
to
would have been.
sleep.
Yes, I am. You're truly. Yes, I am. And you're not even joking me. So
Wow, I knew I was getting better, but
I'm
geez.
getting good, man. This
Wow.
is really good.
I didn't
I knew the
even
taint.
have to touch him.
I knew the taintable claw was dangerous, but this dangerous, I didn't know.
Patented that thing.
You should. You. That's the move of legends. So yeah,
Yes.
so that's where I've been. I mean, it was good to get back to the gym on Monday. Kind of talk about um, kind of moving into getting close to next year. Kind of the what Rollin Heavy's plan is going to be as far as training and you know losing our competition virginity and actually
Ooh, yeah,
step into
yeah.
it.
Yeah, we talked about this before you left, and I told you like, hey, I want to compete. How do you feel? And you're like, yeah, hell yeah, let's do it.
Do it.
Yeah, so
So,
we were able to get back to the gym this week, which was nice. It's been a little sporadic over the last little bit. You know, my stupid ear infection
yeah,
um has been a
it's been tough.
pain in the ear.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have basically had an ear infection for the last week and a half, about 2 weeks now, and it has kept me sidelined longer than I would have liked. We were able to roll on Monday, but then afterwards I was still having some problems with my ear. I went to my doctor, and she's like, "Nah, you need to wait because there's still some infection in your inner ear, and if you roll too hard, your eardrum's gonna burst again." And I'm
Mhm.
sure that would not be very pleasant to have that drain all over you if we're doing something pretty strenuous.
Well, no, and here's the thing about that, because you and I talked about this too. It's like, I feel bad. I just want to get on the mat. It'd be great. I'm like, I understand, dude. I want to get on the mat too. But the thing is, it's not worth the risk of getting on the mat for one day and, rupturing your eardrum and missing many days. So let's take the one day to avoid the many days, and we'll get back at it.
Yep, I'm
And
on
and
some.
that goes.
Go
No,
ahead.
go ahead.
I was saying I'm on some stronger antibiotics now, so
Hmm.
I should be all good to go by Monday.
Yeah, and that too, and that. I mean, and that kind of goes to about you know we've talked about being a good training partner, and not like you're not going to infect me with. I'm not going to. Oh, my ear hurts. We
I'm
must have
rubbing my
rolled
ear
with.
infection all over you.
My ear's all infected, and now because I rubbed it against the dude with the ear infection, that's not how that happens. But it's kind of along the lines of having a sickness or something,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's don't go being a good training partner. Don't go if you don't feel it. If you're sick or even you tweaked something, just you know what? rest and recovery is your thing. Don't first off, if you're sick, you are in very close quarters with your training partner
Yes.
and anybody else in the gym, especially if the mat space is pretty limited on the class during the class time.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're within, if you're for sure going to get your training partner sick, chances are you're going to get people around you sick. That's not cool. You know what, miss a day or two or three if you have to, just to you know get you know so you're not spreading your germs everywhere. And if you've got a I think if you got a tweak, I mean a tweak, obviously you can call it, but hey man, I tweaked this, maybe that's just, can we go a little bit lighter today? I
Right,
tweaked this. I
right.
don't I don't want to I don't want to be worse. And but if you're like full on hurt, just like, dude, I'm hurt, I'm not going today.
Yeah.
So just be safe, be cautious, and be respectful if it's a sickness thing to the people that are around you. So anyway, I officially step out.
Well, I mean, just going back into Monday, talking about tweaks and whatnot. You had a pretty good tweak in your neck.
I did. My neck, I told you, I'm like, dude, my neck, I slept funky. When I did sleep, I slept hard.
Yeah.
Like, I
Well, you were
slept,
up for 36 hours. I can
uh,
imagine as soon as your head hit anything, you were out.
I did. I slept hard. Like, um, but yeah, so I think I kind of tweaked my neck a little bit during and I spent the day kind of rolling it a little bit and kind of doing like the pulse check, looking for a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah,
Like, there's a knot in there. I know. Oh, there it is, and then finding a knot and then working it out. But so by the time I got to when it was time to roll, it was still messed up a little bit. Um, but not. I like, hey, dude, I, my neck's a little bit wonky. If we're gonna do stuff where I'm like cranking on the neck, maybe let's go a little bit light. And we actually didn't crank on the neck a little bit at all, which was good. However,
yeah,
the straight armbar technique that we did, like some of the move when you would grab me and like, so basically like reach under, grab my collar and pull me
yeah,
like towards back. I'm like, whoa, well, that's it. But I felt really good after.
yeah,
The kink was gone.
yeah. I can hear you as soon as I pulled you, like kind of wrapped you around my knee a little bit. It's like the.
I'm like, ooh, that was stung.
But yeah, so yeah, we got back to the gym Monday. We didn't net crank, which was good.
Mm-hmm.
We worked on a self defense technique actually. So if you're in a street fight, you get headlocked and you end up on the ground. They're kind of on their side, and you're still in their headlock. So how do you break the headlock and then essentially break their arm?
Yep.
Get them to an armbar position, and I can say breaking the headlock as the person applying the headlock was really unpleasant.
Yes, it
Like if
definitely
if I'm
was.
if I'm in a street fight and somebody starts doing that, like I'm letting go quick.
Yep. Yeah.
I held on
So
much longer in class because I knew what we were trying to do.
mm-hmm.
But in
So yeah.
actuality, yeah, I'm letting go of that and I'm turning into you.
Yeah. So essentially what you're doing is basically you're in the headlock, kind of like the position. You're kind of belly to back, right?
Yep.
So my belly, your back, you have the headlock on me. You're kind of laying on your side. "Arr, what do I do? What do I do?" So essentially it's kind of move around and then I basically putting all of my ankle or my kind of my knuckles and my pushing down with my other hand. So kind of doing like I don't know, kind of like
Think of it like a hammer fist. Like your
a
hammer.
hammer fist, a hammer fist down right there on your neck jawline, and then just turning and pushing it down into your face, trying and then leaning forward to get you to let go of of the uh,
The
the
headlock.
headlock. So yeah, so it
And
was, and honestly, it's not super comfortable applying or trying to break the headlock.
no.
It and obviously we would rotate positions. It was 100% not the most comfortable position. Um, having when it was my turn to put the headlock on you to try to have you break the headlock, I'm like, dude, I just maybe just want to let it go.
Yeah.
Like I know I'm supposed to fight. I know I'm supposed to fight it, but maybe I just want to let it go.
Well, and then so their arm pops, right? So you break the headlock and their arm's just kind of stuck and you've already got it trapped behind your head and
Mm-hmm.
shoulder, so it's like, "Oh, hey, this is a free arm bar."
Yeah, the
So
head, the shoulders, not the knees and toes, just the
no,
head and
you get
shoulders.
the head and shoulder and then you release your or I guess you transition your hammer fist that you have on their jaw to I think the professor called it a muffler where
Right over the mouth.
where you open your palm, put it across their mouth, and then can still continue to push their face into the ground.
Like, shh, you don't talk now.
Yep, and then you take the arm, hold it across, and then you just lean back, and it's a nice, easy arm bar. Yeah,
Easy peasy lemon. Easy.
it was quite effective. Or you fall
It,
forward and you got the belly down.
yeah, and that's kind of the two techniques that we talked about, like, or that we went through. Was the standard arm bar, and I'm sure if you Google it and or YouTube it, if you do straight arm bar, it's gonna be and look at the rolling heavy
Yes,
logo.
that is it.
There's the straight arm bar. That is 100%. That is the what people when you think of a straight arm bar, that's what you think a straight arm bar is. However, our professor Monday was like, "Hey, you guys should always do face down. You guys should do belly down all the time because you're smashers, and doing it the smasher way is belly down.
Yeah, he's like, once you're on top, never leave.
Get off. Why would you get off? You are in a dominant position when you are on top of a person.
It's like, don't roll over. Don't let them get a chance to use the momentum and roll into you. It's like, no, you stay on top and you smash and you go belly down.
Yep, yep.
Never
And I get
leave.
never leave. And I get it. I get that. Now, now it's easy. It's that was one of those easier said than done type of things.
Yes.
Like I thought pulling the straight, belly the
Yeah.
lay down
Yep.
armbar was super easy. Hold it and basically holding on to the other arm kind of for control, so you don't just flop down
Yep.
and then lose the armbar because you're moving so fast. Um, that was a lot easier than because when you do belly down, it's like and then you gotta I'm holding the arm with this, but then as I try to fall over, I gotta switch arms and then post over here. I mean, there was a transition that made it a little bit difficult, but
Yeah.
it's one of those things, that it's going to be practice, 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 because also that the straight arm bar is part of um,
The blue belt
the
tests.
the blue belt test. So it's like, it's part of the curriculum. So it's like, you know what? I just gotta, it's practice, practice, practice.
Yep. Yep. And you did it by accident, but you fell into the belly down arm bar.
I did.
You were trying to get
My
your
way.
hip up and you ended up going forward and it was perfect.
I was like, hey, I guess this is it, right? This fills it. Like, it
Yeah, it
worked.
it was it. I was tapping real fast.
I don't think mine wasn't 100% correct. I mean, it was semi correct, where it being face down. However, um, like so the one because my so the way that I did it, my head was actually on the mat, which is the way we were taught. Your head won't even get close to the mat.
Yeah.
You're really just kind of pinching your knees around their arm, kind of about their armpit area, and then you're cranking up on the arm, and then you're posted. You're
On
kind
their
of doing.
leg essentially.
You're almost in an awkward. This is gonna. You're in an awkward 69 type of position, right? Because we're doing feet to toes type of thing. So
Yeah.
my head is towards your toes, my toes are towards your head, but I'm on the side of your body, posted on your leg, trying to crank it with the other arm, right? So
Yeah.
that's kind of that's the face down straight arm bar. Mine, I was laying on. I was posted on my head on the mat,
Yes, and you.
cranking with two arms, which works.
Yep.
And you'll see people do that. However, there's a lot of room for you to get out because when people do that, their heads are usually underneath the person. So I should have been underneath you to do that, or at least have one foot underneath your head
Yeah.
so that you couldn't roll away. So it wasn't great. It was white label. It was white belt great.
Oh, is that what we call stuff now? It's white label.
It was white label
That
great.
was
It was
that
white level,
that.
white belt level great.
No, that was a white label armbar.
It was a white
That.
label arm bar, and um, but it worked. It worked. And if somebody doesn't know any like defense against it, which I guess you don't know at the time. I like if you did it, I would have tapped because I have no idea what's going on.
Right.
But yeah, but I'm like, I know I saw this, and here's the thing: where I did see this is that video that we watched about John
Oh yeah.
in one of his tournaments because he does a face down armbar or a belly down armbar correctly, and I'm like, oh yeah, Johnny did it this way. I'm gonna do it this way and see what happens. So it worked in practice. I don't think it would work in the competition, but I think I'm on the right track with that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just I used the right position. I used the right armbar in the wrong position.
Yeah. That was. Hey, but it worked.
It
It
worked.
worked.
On Monday it worked. You know what? On Monday it worked. And I don't. I'll take it.
Yeah. But yeah,
A
and that
tap's a
was.
tap.
Yeah, well, and that was the first time we'd done that. Like we've kind of been all over the place with our training because we mix it up between the beginner like fundamental class and then
Mhm.
the advanced mixed belt class.
Yep, for sure.
So, Mondays we're usually getting some of the fundamentals, but the professor's really open about what we want to
Hmm.
do. He's like, "What do you guys want to learn?"
Hmm.
So it's like, hey, we want to do some, ground bar, groundwork, or we want to learn a choke, or we want to do this. And he's like, okay, well, let's do this then.
Yep.
Um, so yeah, it's like that kind of stuff. So, um, while we've learned like all the basic positions and a lot of the basic moves, we haven't done a whole lot of like armbar setups. Most of the time, we're
No.
we're moving from hey, we have the arm isolated to a kimura, right?
Yep.
We've
Hmm.
done I think 6 different kimura setups.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Uh huh.
But
Which is good because that's my jam.
yeah, that's your thing. That's your thing.
Hmm.
You mean you even put one on your wife
I did.
at the dinner table. So
Well, hey, you know what? She's just gonna throw your arm out like that,
you got to be prepared.
you gotta be prepared. I mean, come on. You know, you gotta keep it in the right position. So.
Yeah. But either way, like it was good. And for whatever reason, like there were 800 steps to get to the point to it's like okay, we were taken down to do this to break the headlock, to do this, 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 and then we're
Hmm.
finally at the armbar.
Hmm.
And for some reason it clicked in my head. And
Yeah.
I was able to just kind of go through and like the motions. I'm like, all right, this makes sense, and it felt nice. It felt good to. It's like, okay, yeah, these motions make sense in my head. I feel like I'm not completely lost. So
Yeah, no. I thought you got it right. I thought you got it right away. I struggled with when like the initial kind of posting part, like
right,
getting my like getting bef like getting the setup to pop the actual headlock.
right,
I had a struggle with those steps first. I think I got some of them backwards at first, and then I would forget to put my arm there and yada 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 yada. But once I got that down, um, I'm like, okay, this isn't too bad. This isn't too bad. I got to the point by the end of class, I could actually, because like one of it, as you're doing it, you kind of post your hand across, then you bring your one arm back behind their hips as you put your other leg across kind of their belly. And by the end of class, I got to the point where I could kind of just do that just simultaneously, and I'm like, I'm all right with that. That feels good.
yeah. It's like, hey, I can do this more smooth, and I'm not thinking, oh, what's my next step? What's what
Yeah,
now?
I wasn't.
Okay, I'm here now. Now what?
Hmm. Yeah, I can save my 1, 2, 3, 4 for the dance floor,
Yeah.
and 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 that move was just kind of more just like, okay, boom, 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 boom. Here, okay, now I got, okay. From this point, I know what I need to do.
Yeah, and by the end we're just like, okay, makes total sense.
Yep,
And then we did some bonus stuff after class and
did a little bonus. Yep,
did the giggler,
called the giggler
the giggler sweep from half guard,
from
which
half
is
guard. That was
yeah, which is deceptively simple.
deceptively simple. Why I think that's why it's called the giggler, or the John. What is it? The John Wayne. I think based on kind of the your grip,
Yeah.
the way that you're gripping. But yeah, I mean it's like a super, probably of the sweeps that we know so far.
Yeah,
This one is
especially from half.
this one is by far the simplest sweep in the world. Like, I'm like, are you kidding? Like, there's no way it's that easy.
It's like a bump sweep from half guard.
Yeah, it's just you're like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, you're swept. And it's a great thing, and that's a great one to do because as you sweep, now you're in a position where your training partner can just start it
Yeah,
and do the sweep.
you just end up back in half and
Now you go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and back and forth,
you
and it's
just
like, hey man,
basically roll across the mat.
yep,
That's how you
all
drill
do
it.
you do the giggler, you do the giggler, you do the giggler. You know, you do it 10 times, maybe a piece, and then work on the other side.
And do they call it the giggler because you're just rolling across the mat just laughing? It's like,
Like, man, it can't be that easy. Like, really, is it that easy?
yeah, because like you showed me, and then or then you swept me, and then I'm sitting there. I'm like, okay, so I just kind of do this, and then I move my hips this way, and then you're off balance already. I'm like, oh, and then I just roll over. It's like, wow,
Yeah,
that was really not hard at all.
yeah. It's like, it's like, so you grab their outside hand, you know, break their posture, kind of break their post, lift up, hip shovel underneath. Then they end up basically laying laterally across you, and then you roll over,
Yep.
and you end up in their half guard. I'm sure there's a way that you can avoid jumping into their half guard. Once you do that, probably just, you know, take your free hand and push their knee to the mat, so you don't end up in the half guard. But even if you do, still you're in a good spot.
Yeah, it's much better
Good.
for you to be in on top in that position.
Yes, it's much better for you to be half guard on top as opposed to half guard on the bottom. So,
Yeah, so
but yeah,
that was fun. It was good to get some extra training and start to work on some of that kind of stuff because
yeah,
and that kind of is going to lead us into competitions. You know,
competitions. Yep,
after the start of the year, we're gonna start to train, I guess, more seriously. Um, Start to get in a little bit better shape. We're gonna start training more often. We're gonna roll more often, and we're gonna kind of take a focused approach to our
right.
training.
We've been hobby training right now, right?
Yes,
It's like,
we're
we're like,
hobbyists right now.
and by here, and and it's like, and don't, like, when we train, we are very serious about training.
Yes,
Like, I don't care. Like, I don't like. There's no other people in the gym that don't. When they're at the gym, it's hard to outwork us. I don't care who you are. Like, we work hard
yes,
when we're in class. We work hard,
yeah.
and
We're focused.
so
Yeah, focused. We're paying attention, and we are really working to learn the moves.
we work, man. We work. Because we don't know everything. We know very little, if you know. So it's like we really are working, and that's it. We got what, 45 minutes to an hour. We want to rep this technique as many times as possible.
Yep.
So it's like boom, 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 boom. All right, that one didn't feel right, and that's the great thing. Like, hey man, that didn't feel right. What? Hey, oh, maybe try this and this and this. Okay, try that.
Yep.
Oh, that felt way good. Okay, let's try it that way 5 times. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, your turn. Yeah, I
Yep.
bet. I bet you we do technique probably 50 to 100 times before it's time to go home.
Yeah, we like
So
we're there. Hey, to the point where Johnny's like, man, you guys are always working hard.
you guys work hard, dude. And that's our hobby level. And that's just us being, that's our hobby level. When we, now that we're really looking at stepping into competition, it's times that by 10, you know.
Yep, we're
Uh,
gonna.
I I would like to go in Saturdays at least for, 45 minutes and just open roll, active roll against just to, okay, this is what I've learned. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I learned. All right. This is what I do. I want to start putting my game plan, my competition game plan together almost right away.
Right.
Like, okay, this is kind of what I know. Because here's, like, and I'll tell you right, when I compete, if I'm not competing for points. I'm competing for, I'm either going to be finished or I will finish.
Fair,
I am not
fair.
rolling for, I'm not rolling for points. I don't want to roll for points. I don't like it. And part of my reason why I'm just finishing Breathe by Ricks and Gracie. Um, if you are looking for a great read, jujitsu or not, it's just a great read. But he's like, why would you roll if you're not going to finish? He's like, don't roll for points. He's like, he Ricks and Gracie was not a big fan of sport jujitsu, which is IBJFF stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's like, you don't roll for points, you roll to finish. He's like, so roll to finish. Why would you roll for points? So you know, I'm gonna roll. If I get points, great, but I want to finish. I will put my I will tell you right now. So when you and I roll together
Hmm.
in a competition, you know that I'm gonna put myself in a position that's gonna give you a lot of points because I'm gonna do some dumb shit to finish the fight.
Fair. That's fair. It's fair. Because there's a
So
very good chance we end up rolling against each other.
there's a high chance, especially at the white belt level.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep. Yeah. Well, and same thing. Like I want to go out and win. Um, I want to be technical. I want to take calculated risks, but I want to finish.
Yep.
Like I want to finish. I don't want to be, submitted, but that's my goal. And I think that's
Hmm.
if I win on points, great. I win on points, but that's not what I want to do. I want to win by finishing the fight.
Hmm.
And that's what I want to train for. I want to train to get out of bad spots. I want to train to get myself into good spots. And then once I'm in those good spots, how do I finish from those good spots? And
Yeah.
that's where we got to go. Like in terms of training, like we haven't been training for a long time. We've missed a bunch over the holidays and we've just had various things going on. And then after the start of the year, everything kind of clears up.
Yep.
So yeah, it's time to to move out of the hobby level, I think.
Yep.
I've always been, and you as well, competitive by nature.
Hmm.
And everything that I've done, I always want to be the best. I always want to win.
Hmm.
Um, I played competitive pretty much everything. I was competitive in high school. I played intramural sports all through college. I
Hmm.
was a esports guy for a long time. I competed in video games at a very high level. Um, I'm just always wanted to do that. And now that I have the jujitsu bug, I'm like, all right, I want to compete in jujitsu. I want to be on one of those podiums with a gold medal around my neck. And
Yeah.
yeah, and
Same here.
just and I want to feel proud of what I'm doing. I want to help bring that back to our gym. And yeah, I don't know. I just talking about it, like I getting fired up just talking about it. Like I want to get there. I want to roll right now.
Hmm. Yeah, for sure. So with that, and like you said, like, you know what, it's not easy to get to the gym to roll, definitely not 5 days a week. And I honestly, I don't even know if that would be very effective, rolling 5 days a week. Um, But so what's your plan outside of the gym that is still going to be, you know, competition focused that, what are you going to throw into your game plan outside of the gym to get you competition ready? Outside of like, eating healthy
Right, right.
stuff that we've talked about.
Yeah, because I would say the first thing I'm gonna do is fix my diet. And one of the reasons why I am waiting until after the beginning of the year is because the holidays are a fat kid's dream. There's good food everywhere you turn, and um, I'm not ready to give up the fat kid quite yet.
Understood.
If I'm being 100% honest, like I want to enjoy this before I start to take that stuff a little more seriously. So yeah, like first thing I'm gonna do is get my diet right.
Well,
Um,
if you force it, honestly, you force it. That's a house of cards, and when that
yep,
house falls down, you overindulge, and you get back to exactly where you were in a very short amount of time. So
yep.
that's understandable.
So that's what we're gonna do. I mean, we got family coming in from out of town, and I'm not gonna hold back. I'm gonna have a good time.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, gonna get my diet right. Uh, train at least 2 times a week, at least for the first couple of months. Make sure we are, rolling twice a week. If we can sneak in a third day every now and again to do that. And then outside of the gym, um, two main focuses. Biggest focus is my cardio. So I'm gonna work on doing some yoga slash Pilates type stuff to help build core strength, and I'm gonna do it in a more of a like a hit style, like a high impact interval thing. So I'm doing quick successions of high intensity followed by short breaks and doing that. So I'm keeping my heart rate up and I'm burning all those calories.
Which is
Um,
very good for jujitsu because that's kind of what it is, right?
yep,
It's like there's like kind of a pace, 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 explosion, pace, 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 explosion.
yep,
So I think hit is great to get your body, kind of accustomed to that type of. All right, we're going. Oh, I need to explode. Oh, I'm ready.
yep. I've
My
I've gathered enough energy. I can go.
Yep, my cardio muscles are ready to go. My heart's in good shape. My lungs got the capacity for when we can need to explode. I can explode, and I can explode. And here's what the secret weapon would be, right? As a chubby kid, rolling is a super heavy. If you got a bigger gas tank than your guy, you just wait for them to get tired.
Yeah,
If you can outpace them, even if it's not an explosion, just explosion after explosion after. But if you just keep moving, they're gonna gas out so fast.
yep,
Well, maybe not so fast, but probably quicker than you. You'll know right away if your pace, if they can't maintain your pace, you'll be like, yep, this one's mine, man. They're getting tired. I can see that chest come out just a little bit farther every little breath. And
Oh, and
then,
now I'm on top, and every time you breathe, I'm just gonna squeeze a little bit tighter. You
yep,
might not tap from here, but it's gonna be real uncomfortable for you.
yep. Why don't we just go? Let's just go have some night time.
Yep.
So yeah,
So,
I
yeah,
think so. No, I think for sure hit is 100% the way to go.
yeah, and then I plan on doing a weight training like strength day, um, and then a straight cardio day, whether that's um, elliptical, whether that's like calisthenics and doing stuff in place. But yeah, that's kind of the plan. So,
Hmm.
um, gym, rolling at least twice a week, and then other days doing a hit day, uh, cardio day, and then a weight day.
Hmm.
So that's what my plans are. What about you?
Along the same lines, I have a workout that I follow, which is very um. So Monday through Friday, it's very, it's not hit, but it is like it is. there are cardio acceleration days in there, which is you lift and then you do a cardio for like 30 seconds, right? So one of it's like, okay, you do 3 sets of pull downs, right? 10, let's say 10, 8, 8, right? So 10 pull downs, 30 seconds of jump rope. 8 pull downs, 30 seconds of jump rope. 8 pull downs, 30 seconds of jump rope. Rest for 30 seconds. And then, and then it's like,
Do it again.
um, do it again. Yeah. And then it'll be like, oh, okay, now let's do, oh, now it's single leg or deadlift. Okay. 15, 12, 10, 30 seconds of cardio or of jump rope after every of that. And then this, and then like kettle swings and blah, blah, blah. So those are really, I've noticed those are really, really good kind of strength. I'm not going to get ripped, which I don't want to, but
Right.
it's kind of straight training plus cardio at the same time. But I've also, I'm going to go this weekend and get a heavy bag. Um, not to box. Not to box. I'm not a striker. I'm not in a striking sport, so I don't need to worry about striking. Um, I I'm in a combat sport, but not a. I'm not
Yes.
fighting. I'm not fighting Vale Tudo, so I don't need to worry about punches and kicks. Um, but um, there's a lot of solo drills that I can do. With like using a heavy bag. Like hop overs and um, guard passing and stuff like that. I can use the heavy bag, just laying it on the ground, and that's my training partner during those sets. Just so that like we talked about earlier, muscle memory, right?
Yep. Yep.
Just so that when I'm passing guard, I've passed guard 1,500 times because I'm just pass guard, pass guard, pass guard, pass guard using a heavy bag, right? Or oh, I need to hop over, hop over, hop over, hop over, hop over on a heavy guard or um a heavy bag, or I can, hey, I want to do I and I think I talked to we talked to you about this, in the gym, probably maybe the week before I flew out to Texas. I'm like, gosh, like I really hate trying to do the bump sweep because I can't
Yeah.
get my GD hand down.
Yeah.
I hate it. So I can pull guard on the heavy bag and really work on that bump sweep to really get that technique right. Got to get that body right. Um, and then so I can actually post up on the hand. If I can't post up on my hand, it's going to be super hard for me to do that bump sweep, which is
Right.
still another very simple sweep. But if you can't do one of the moves, it makes it way more difficult. Um, and then I'm gonna do counterintuitive workouts. So it's like you know in jujitsu you stay crunched all the time, right? I'm gonna do crunches all the time. Well, so your body gets used to being crunched all the time. Well, what's the counterintuitive? Okay, let's do some back pulls to, you know, okay, now I'm kind of flexed all the time. Now let's do some extensions of like the core area, stuff like
Right.
that. Just to be more kind of well rounded as far as like, push, pull,
Yeah. Right. Right. Right.
yin yang type of, just so my body is like, okay, I'm used to being crunched like this, but now I can do this and yada yada yada. So just stuff like that, which probably makes zero sense, but I'll put a Cliff's notes together.
Well, we'll see as training progresses.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, that's I
What's
mean,
working, what's not working.
and we'll be able to tell in the gym, like, dude, what the hell, man? Like, slow down. So the days that I'm telling you, dude, slow down. I can't do it, man. Like,
You
I'll be like, cool. I'm picking up hit tomorrow.
yeah, if you're telling me to slow down in the gym, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go harder.
Speed up. I'm like, I'm going harder.
Nope. Nope. You gotta keep up. This is the pace you gotta maintain.
Coach, I want a timeout.
There's no timeouts in jujitsu. Hold
Damn
on.
it.
I'm tired. I'm tired. Hold on. Hold on.
I'll just cramp. I'm cramping. Oh, sorry. Injury timeout.
Yeah. Hydrate. Hydrate, please.
Yep. I need a banana. Anybody have any orange slices?
Is it halftime yet?
I need an orange slice.
Whose mom was in charge of bringing treats today?
Who? I need a snack. Where's my snack?
Yeah, well, like I said, I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a lot of hard work, and
Mm-hmm.
um, hopefully it pays off for us.
It's
It's
a lot of hard work in a very short amount of time. I think the first one we're looking at is what, the Impact one in April?
yeah, possibly April 1st. I think that might be a little early. But I think we can kind of judge how we're feeling after like February.
Hmm.
Um, in seeing it, and it's kind of I kind of feel like it's the same thing as oh, should I start? Should I start? No, never start.
No,
Never
hey
trust a
man,
fart.
it's especially on the, like, here's the thing: you don't want to step on on the mat with a white gi and end up with a brown.
Yes, yes. It's like, ooh,
Like
I'm a brown
that.
belt overnight.
That's gonna make you. That will get you Instagram famous, like almost
Instantly.
instantly.
Yep. It's gonna take you a long time to get rid of the poopy pants nickname.
Yeah, it's like, who you for? I'm. You know what? I'm rolling against the shitter, so
I'm gonna finish it
I'm gonna.
quick.
I'm gonna look either. I gotta wear my goggles. I gotta wear my goggles because I don't want pink eye.
um, anyways, before I
It's
talked
poop
about
in your eye.
sharding, um, but I feel like competition is kind of like deciding whether I should go to the gym. Like, should I start jujitsu? Should I go? Do I need to be in shape first? And it's like, no, just go, just go, just go.
Yep.
Um, and I feel like competition is a little bit of the same way. Um, it's like, nope, just sign up, pick one and sign up and go, because I don't know if we ever feel like, okay, I'm competition ready. Um, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how training progresses, and there's definitely going to be a competition. I would say probably within the first 6 months of this year, where we're signed up and
Just so you
we're
know,
rolling we're
there's not
rolling competitively
there's not 6 months left in this year, by the way.
next year, by
Okay.
June of next year,
All
2023.
right. There's that shirt's got you
I'm all out of
all out of whack.
sorts now, man.
All out of like it.
Luckily, we're coming to the end of the show, so I think I
Good.
did pretty good. Right, I went 45 minutes before I sharded myself.
You know what? That's good. You know what? Just let it fester. You probably won't. You probably won't even get a rash. So
No, I have a bathroom right next to me, so I can just go shower real quick when we're done.
cool. See, win-win for you.
Yes, heck yeah.
Mhm.
But speaking of competition, we got the No-Gi Worlds going on right now,
Yep.
in Cali. We actually have 4 people from our gym competing.
Hmm.
They didn't compete on the first 2 days. I think we have 2 people competing tomorrow and 2 people competing on Sunday.
So
Um,
good luck to them.
yes.
Good luck to them. Represent Unified. You guys will do great. I've seen. I mean, the people that are there. I'm not gonna give names or anything like that, but um, gold medals almost every tournament they've been in.
Yeah.
So
All the stuff that they've seen, and uh, they're they're legit. There's a reason why
yep,
they're rolling at Worlds this weekend.
yep, yeah.
So
They
yeah.
are for sure. They are good. They are good rollers.
um. So yes, best of luck to Team Unified out in California right now at the Nogi Worlds. We're behind you 100%. I wish there was a way to stream the matches, because I would be all over that tomorrow.
I think there is. They are streaming the matches
Where?
online,
Obviously. Thanks.
where
Thanks.
streaming happens. Jeez, and you're the tech guy.
Yeah, right? Okay. I should have thought of that. My bad.
Sorry, let me go find the river where everything is streaming, and then you can go there.
um anyways, well,
Uh,
I'll try to find it. I'll try to find it.
no, I giggled. I can't remember the
You
name of the
giggled it?
organization. I giggled it. I giggled it on Google,
Yep. All
and
right.
it told me, no, if you Google Nogi Worlds 2022, it'll give you um the place that's running it. I can't remember. I can't remember the organization that's running it. It's not an IBJFF. I don't believe.
Okay. Well, I'll try to find it again.
Yeah,
But
but it's there. It's there. You might go to. I think Flow BJJ was streaming it.
Oh,
But
flow grappling. I think.
yeah, I think Flow Grappling was doing it, but that might come with a fee. I don't know if I don't think that they're streaming it for free. Um, but there might be something else out there that's streaming it for free, or you might just be able to catch it on YouTube. Uh,
Afterwards.
on Monday
Yeah. Well, I will hopefully be able to find a stream because I would love to be able to support as much as possible from here.
for
Um,
sure.
so yeah, like I said, best of luck to Team Unified. Um, go bring home some golds at Worlds.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then as far as our upcoming schedule, it's the holidays. We shouldn't miss too much time as far as recording goes. So we will be off next week. So no rolling heavy next week. We're sorry. Um, but we should be back every week after that. So look for us going through the end of the year and through Christmas and the rest of the holiday season. So we will be off next week, and we'll be back at it for the holidays and through the new year. So that's all we have for the show today. Any final words from you, Buff?
Thank.
Dank. All right, and that's gonna do it for us. Again, if you have any questions, show ideas, word of the week ideas, please send them over to Rollin Heavy BJJ at gmail.com. Also, if there's any bigger dudes out there who are gearing up for a competition or have competed before and you have some stuff that has worked for you in the past or has continued to work for you, please send it over to us. We're very very new at all of this. Um,
Absolutely.
so any suggestions of what's worked well for you, we will 100% look at it and see because we honestly don't know what we're doing. Um,
Mm-hmm.
we're we're using the resources we have, but if we've got some listeners out there that have experience with this, please send us our way because we want to do our absolute best and get better. Um, so yeah, thanks everybody, and we will see you on the mats.